Drifting is a sideways evolution from traditional motorsports. Each driver competes for points given out by a select panel of judges. The three major scoring criteria are line, angle and style. Together they form a score out of 100. Line is a racing line marked out by clipping points. Drivers need to consistently hit these areas to score maximum points. Angle is how much rear slip angle a car produces. Competitors need to engage as much opposite steering lock as possible to receive a higher score. Style is a combination of driving technique, showmanship, brake application, throttle control and overall driver ability. Teams and drivers have 2 laps in qualifying to start the competition. The top qualifiers move through into a seeded battle tree, battling through each bracket until the top 4 drivers compete for the final podium. A drift battle requires each driver to take turns leading and chasing. The lead driver's objective is to match or better their performance in qualifying. The chase car's objective is to get as close as possible to the rear quarter of the leading car, using it as a mobile clipping point. The judges' lineup for the 2019 season features a wealth of experience as Brendon returns as line judge. More than 15 years in the sport, a D1NZ veteran and series technical advisor with 35 points up for grabs. Dan Mackey is back again, based out of Sydney with the High-Tech Drift Australia Series, another driver with more than 15 years experience. He's been a drift judge since 2013, as well as joining the lineup for the annual International Drift Challenge as part of World Time Attack. Our third and final judge for the weekend is D1NZ veteran Nick T-Boone, joining the lineup as style judge for round 2 in Wellington, filling in for Adam Richards. More than 15 years in the sport and a keen driver behind the wheel of an AE86. Well, round 2 of the 2019 D1NZ season brings us to New Zealand's capital, where Max Motor's Family Speedway is transformed into a custom drift course for the 2-day event. That's right, we're in Wellington this weekend as the road to the championship begins, and it's another concrete line drift course to contend with for more than 60 teams and drivers competing. Let's take a look at the track layout. It's a standing start off the line. The approach angle into the big turn 1 sweeper is a bit tighter than the straight run-up that you would have seen at round 1 Bay Park. A long outside zone to start the course. That is where the rear of the car needs to be to score maximum points. From here they come off the sweeper through into the midsection. Judges are looking for a fast race line to bring the rear of the car out onto a small outside clipping zone, and from here it's a big aggressive switch onto an outside clipping point through the return loop before driving back towards a quick switch at the last inside clip before putting the power down for one final wall ride through the return sweeper. And that is your track rundown for the weekend, round 2 of the D1NZ Drifting Championship Series, Wellington 2019. It's the Thunderdome, presented by NZ Vapor.
My voice. So again, a very warm welcome to the 2019 D1NZ National Drifting Championship. And we are out there with Aaron Hyatt out on track. Bouncing up over the curb. We want to see the judges want to see these cars hitting the outer clip, and then we want to see them fill up this teardrop zone. So very shallow through. Let's see how he goes as he hits that inside clip. So misses that one there, comes into his own smoke, grabs that one there, and we need to see him riding the wall up through NZ Vapor. So very, very shallow, and you're seeing the left front tyre wanting to jump up over the curb as he powers out to finish his first pass of the Pro Sport. Marked down severely in there. Current position, 60 points for that run there, current position first. Let's see though what Andy Donoghue can do in the Team 33 Nissan Laurel. Gets all 427 cubic inches. And that's dialing in the angle as he goes and tries to head up and fill out that outer zone. Misses it though, and misses that clip. The judges are going to no doubt penalise heavily. Let's see what Donoghue can do. Slight bobble correction. Heads back up the top, but a sloppy first lap for Andy Donoghue. Certainly not going to be happy with that one there. Of course, they get 2 shots at this one here. The only person that's been scored, but that's Aaron Hyatt. And here we go, moving into 57. Current position, second, Andy Donoghue. That's a line 23, angle 19, style I think was 15. So Sean Potros, the next person to take on this challenging little bull ring here in Wellington. Max Motors Family Speedway converted into a drift track for round 2 of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Let's see what Sean can do as he comes through and hits the first clip, the outside clip coming off the wall ride. And again, very, very shallow. A lot of these pro sport drivers are struggling to get their cars out. I think you need a bit of horsepower down the end of the section. And then again, you get it wrong at the start of the lap, and you can see that. It finishes nicely, it finishes loud, but half of the choice bosses over there hitting the concrete walls while we go up and ride them. So first position, 70 points for Sean Potros. That's line 20.5, 29.5, great angle, style and 20. So certainly look for points to improve as we see more drivers come through. The biggest thing is setting your first run, trying to set your score down, and then off you go from there. So if you can set one, you know that you're going to go into battle tomorrow, you might as well try and improve it and get a little bit further up the battle tree. As we see David Hunter, the next driver to taste this track here, Team 33 man for Te Awamutu with a C33 Laurel, only an RB25. Sponsored by NDT and Jono Kahatia Trucking. Wild angle as he moves out of the final section. We'll make his way back into the pits. We'll get ready to certainly see if you're watching it live. There we go, that's confirmation there. So current position second, that's David Hunter. Line 22, 25 in angle and 18 in style. Of course, 2 passes for each of these drivers. They've got to go up and challenge the course. The judges looking for line, angle and style. Not quite the line, but certainly full of style for James Wynyard. So that might have, I wonder if there's a mechanical issue or something. He came through there and just over-rotated, swapped ends on him. And that's a quick and easy way out of Max Motors Speedway. Hello, there we go. Talking about the wonderful world of Facebook. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Hi, Stephen, Lobby, Daniel. We're just waiting for the next car out, and it will be the VIP car here. US 13, Jordan Joyce behind the wheel of that Rocket Bunny S13, glorious looking car. Some of these pro drivers struggling to dial out grip. They're pump your tyres up, boys, let's go. So, wow, nice first half of his run to start already. A little bit shallow coming off that NZ Vapor zone. So, I don't know, big clutch kick or something there. There he goes, he's just picking up a gear up. And it's Jordan Joyce certainly struggling with something. I can hear the judges talking about it. They're all suggesting that maybe he'd started in the wrong gear. Okay, let's have a look at the results. James Wynyard, of course, we knew was a 0. What's this one here? So Jordan Joyce. Points. All right, next person out will be Matthew Brown. Matthew Brown, R&M Motorsport, out of Wellington, hometown. And he's certainly putting on a smoke show. Backs it right in. That's it, keep on the gas. He does need to move a little bit higher up the track, but a great run city in comparison to dialing on the angle. Probably a little bit too much, but oh, he comes up and kisses the wall. I'm not allowed to use the word reinitiates anymore. Certainly the judges might be asking sponsoring is sorting that car out. So let's see what a Wrecker motor can do. Well, it's certainly winding up the rubber band. Offline, but certainly got a little style there. Let's see what Stocky can do as he ventures up. Bear of the world. Alex Griffin. So shallow the finish, does come through and grab the tail end of that clip. Of that zone, I'm sorry. 69.5, there it is, just come through. Second position currently, line 24.5, angle 28, 17 style for second position. Alex Griffin doing a great job, so he'll be happy with that. Of course, a Wrecker motor, big thanks to Chicken and EFI and Turbo in the Manawatu. So Russell Veer, the next car to take on the Wellington Speedway. Up into NZ, vapor he goes. Well, he was up, but not up high enough. Judges will no doubt not be happy with that. Misses his outside clip. We'll see what he does as he comes through the teardrop. I don't want to be too mean to these drivers, but I'd like to be able to talk you through what, not the perfect lap, but exactly what the judges are looking for. But I don't think the judges are really saying it. Charlie Bon Walsh, one of the Team Chow. Out of Stratford, it's a Nissan Silvia S13.5, running a Toyota 1.5 JZ. Seems to be the thing you do on the Naki. 530 horsepower. Choice events and promotions. And every other sponsor you can see all over the side of that car. There's about 30 of them on the side. That's what we like to see. Let's see what Charlie Bon Walsh can do. Team Chow. Kicks it in, enters the zone. About 1.5 meters off again. Much the same, but certainly holding nice angle. Comes through. Just narrowly misses that outer clip. Looking right through this section here, again 1 metre off, certainly hits that clip there, rides up back on the wall again. You can see the amount of angle he was running, it's meant that the car shallowed up quite a bit. Now if you know. Alright, there we go, line 21's angle 26.5, stylers 19, total runs course 66.5 for third position for Charlie Bon Walsh. So the judges certainly liking what they saw out of Charlie. R33 Laurel, R-Dog. Nice to see the R34 fronted R-Dog. Let's see what Michael Thorley can do. That's a nice line to start with. That was out of NZ Vapor, he's filled that one too. Hits that clip, let's see what he can do coming through teardrop. And we want to see the rear of the car. Nice and high, so probably not as high as the pros, but better than what we've seen from a number of the pro sport drivers before him. Michael Hawley showing you why he is leading the championship.
Oh, that's...
No, he's got more than me actually, I think by about 5. Here we go, Michael Thorley, I said it, he's certainly great position, 29.5 for an angle, great angle, style 22, 76.5 current position, number 1. Well, let's have a look at the next run. It will be the Central Equipment Movers S14, Taylor James. He won this round last year, pretty shallow through there.
Yeah, look, Steve, Tay's definitely, he's going to want to step up to pro next year. He's made those sort of remarks. He's one more year in pro sport just to get those sort of, I guess, those skills that you need to go to that semi-slick tyre. He's really familiar with this S14 chassis now. What the boys will be doing is just banking that first score, getting a score on the board and then coming out in the second one. I'll dissect some of the runs. Obviously, you're the hype man in this series, so we'll let you be the hype man. Last round, I got all of that, and so we're actually running off all these different little routers and beaming out to the towers. You know what it's like.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so big thank you to our live stream crew because they're in this hot truck. Position number one for Taylor James. So bear with us online, guys. Share it out now. It's out there. It's for cross-posting. If you're a driver, if you're a team, get it out there and share the Blackline tyres. Speaking of Blackline.
Yeah, there we go. Straight into it. Out of the Hawke's Bay. In the Blackline tyres, A31 Safiro, Adam Whitehead. He's certainly done a great job since coming into the championship a couple of seasons ago. replacing one of our former drivers, Dylan Morehouse. We haven't seen him for a while. But the Blackline Tyres of D1NZ, A31 Safiro, powers out of the teardrop section here at Nitrous Speedway. You missed that clip there. That's nice, but you need to shallow up so you can get up on the wall. I think some of these drivers holding a little bit too much angle as they come up onto that last section. And it's hurting them because they're not getting that rear end of the car up. I love seeing the flames at the bonnet. It's supposed to work. And here we go here, line 22.5, angle 25.5, style at 19 for the run for Adam Whitehead. 67 points for 5th position. So let's have a look. Sean sitting in the driver's. Look, I can tell you he doesn't drive on the road as fast as, because I beat him here by about a good hour and a half, and I was 20 k's under the speed limit. Anyway, Blackline Tyres live stream. Kurt Blackie. Now he had a great qualifying. It's the second season full with the D1NZ, and he'll be wanting to set a great score coming through. Nice clip, snappy transition, and up into the teardrop. Want to see him run nice and high. He's off his line. Well, he is actually so far off coming out of that. But if he shallows up, he'll still go. He'll still grab some decent points, no doubt, and finishes up. Great looking car. So here we go, 8th position for Kurt Blackie, angle 22, line 22, angle 24.5, style at 18, 64.5 for the first run, current position, 8th position. So marked down too many corrections in that run. Adam Campbell in the next car out, beautiful FC RX-7, absolutely loving the paint scheme. Looks like it's come straight out of the 80s. Should have expose on the side. And the Pronto automotive machine. Camplin, his first full season, 1.2 JZ, 530 horsepower. And absolutely limit bashing that machine. Good to watch. So Adam Camplin, 10th position, first run of 61 points, 19 line angles, 27, style 15, so marking on a few, good angle though. So it'll be the Precision Roofing. S15 of Alan Norman, the next car out on track, 470 horsepower, LS2, and gets up on the wall. Oh, he's missed it though, comes through. And if you miss it, you are going to essentially stuff up the entire lap. He missed the clip coming off the wall as well as he fires through. Misses that one by about 2 minutes. Certainly no line today for Aaron Norma. I saw his mate Tully Pucky down on the pits. Let's see if Tully might stop fishing and come back drifting as we see a wheel off.
Order. Kind of sucks for the people at the bottom because you're sort of set as a benchmark, but it actually works really well. There you go, Steve, position number 12, which is a fortunate for him. Angle, you know, as I said, he had a right angle there, but yeah, line crucified in style. Not that flash either.
Well, let's go back to the top. Second run time. Aaron Hyatt, the next car out, so try it again. So Hyatt certainly not showing in so he's in 11th position. Missing the outer clip, so we want to see the whole rear of that car through those. Well, at least he's not missing and turning up here today at Max Motor Speedway for round 2. Ooh, that one there was quite a big correction. At least the judges can't hear us. Wheel off. So our job is to create hype in the sport. You're just all we just need you.
Well, as we weren't at driver's briefing, I caught a bit of it, but you've got to look. Oh, position 8 there. That's better. That's better than what we saw last. Good style points there. That's where he made it up, angle and style, which was great. But whatever Steve says, take it as gospel because so many people on the live stream, you know everything about it, and you're quite good at getting everyone on your side.
There we go. It's absolute rubbish. Everything I say is just for your entertainment. I mean, like right now, I'm going to say it's an R34 Skyline. It certainly is not. He did very, very good at the start. Let's see if he can improve it. The Team 33 HK upholsterers machine, of course. Andrew Donahue. These Team 33 boys certainly great at making big smoke on little bullring tracks like that. And there we go, we see our first kiss with the concrete in qualifying. Shortens up the rear end of that limousine. I think he's done quite a look at that.
Judges. Great judges as well here this round. We've got Nick T-Boone. Positions pretty good. Look at that mugshot.
It's sensational, unlike his left front wheel drop. Did you see that?
I did not, Steve, but there you go. You're picking, you know enough now, don't you?
To be dangerous.
To be dangerous, but don't believe anything Steve says.
Anything,
because Steve wasn't at the driver's briefing, but we swap over now. Another team that's making their mark on New Zealand drifting.
Certainly is in a choice looking car, because I like every pun I can certainly find here. And he's done a great job, Sean Hotros. I'm going to get it right one day. His second run of the day anyway, as he goes up to try and fill out the teardrop section here. If you see a drone shot of it, it looks like a teardrop. I can't find another name for it. But he was sitting in third position. I don't think we're going to see an improvement up into second. But hey, I mean, I would know. I'm like a judge, only better looking. Yeah, there we go. I mean, you're throwing. Throw it. Go on, throw it. Well, there we go. There's third position with so there's been no change for the run. Let's go and check out what David Hunter can do. He needs to improve. His last run was 8th position. Let's see if he can make an improvement. He's sitting at 8th now, so very shallow coming through the first wall ride. So comes out of NZ Vapor. That's his clips there. Looks like he almost took out a cone. As he works his way back up the top of the course, narrowly off his clip at this point here, and then we'll see that big limo Laurel. Yeah, boys. They look cool.
Everybody tuning in on Facebook. There we go. David Hunter currently in 8th position, 65 on the first run. He actually doesn't better that, 63 on the second run. Great graphics here from the team at Adrenaline out of the States. Same graphics you see in IDC, Drift Masters, Formula Drift, just helping with the clarity of drifting a bit.
All right, now let's see what James Wynyard can do. So he'll start with a deduction with the wheel off, dirt turbo off that front, and we just need him actually to complete a lap. Wasn't the nicest, come on. I'll take ugly over nothing at all. So of course, yeah, James Wynyard, he just trying to say nothing that's going to, if he over rotates, that would jinx it and then make me the gremlin of. So that's going to be a 0 and a trip home for the Big Bear Experience, Jano Kahotia. Trucking Cam the Man Lewis, 0 in the first one, 0 in the second one, and sadly, he'll be there in expression session only. James Wynyard, the second round of. So I think we're going to give Wynyard the opportunity to bake those rear tyres, but he's going to be able to save them up because he had a lot.
It's just the nerves sometimes get people, but one man that didn't have the nerves stepped in at round 1, and this dude just totally owned it. Jordan Joyce, he's been in drifting for a while now. Great to see him out here in the SPD VIP car care.
Absolutely, he's going to be turning heads, the VIP car care machine. Jordan Joyce, his second run of the day. First one, we'll have a look and see where he. Oh, now the first one, of course, we thought that he was having, it was either in the wrong gear or it was certainly lacking power, but he set a score. This will be a 0, but he certainly set a score and he will be out. We're going to have a lot of work to do to get that car in 15th position.
They'll go through the battles tomorrow. So, 24 on the first run. Wasn't fantastic, but nonetheless, again, he's in the show. This man here has got some crazy builds in the go, so not what we wanted to see by Jordan. Nothing Jordan could do about it though. Obviously mechanical issues going on. Hopefully he gets that fixed before coming out for battles tomorrow.
So second run for Matthew Brown the R&M Motorsport. A Wellington man at Pace Solutions, 1UZ V8 power plant, producing shy of 500 horsepower. Let's see what he can do at home. Making big smoke, big noise, and big angle as he fires it through the centre section here. Let's see what he can do as he switches over. Very, very shallow. We want to see that right rear, right out by the wall. but smashing the limiter. Turn it up, that pace solutions. It's Matthew Brown. And he hit that at pace as well. Brendon bearing in it. Yeah, 3 o'clock yesterday. He thought it was an RB, but it was actually a barra. 14th position for Matthew Brown, which as it flashes up on the screen. So Chicken at Airfine Turbo in the 102 had that car turned over. They grabbed a wrecker motor. And now this is a good start to a run, right out by the wall, exactly where we want to see him. Phil's head out of zone. Come on, Socky, let's see what you can do. This looks great. Come on, bring the rear end of that car up. Oh, a little bit shallow through this section here. Now, if you run shallow, you miss the clip, but certainly loving it. Up by the wall to start that. Second run for Alex Griffin. That's the first time I've seen him in D1NZ ever do a run without hitting the concrete.
But good to see him out there, and look at that, currently 4th position for Alex Griffin, 68 on the second, 69.5 on that, so pretty good effort there from Alex and his captain hat from Maori last year.
That is a terrible photo. Where do you get your photos from?
Well, we do ask the drivers to send their photos, but then they don't, so Kenny steals them off Facebook. There you go.
That's what we like to see. Of course, Kenny Ruddle. So sad to see him go. He's decided he's going to go. Sorry, Brendon. He's decided to move into a different role, and we certainly love him doing it. He's doing what he wants to do. But as we watch Russell Vere, hopefully, is this going to be the last time we see Russell Vere in that car? When are we going to see the RX-7? Brendon reaches for a V. They're too warm, mate. We've got those ones are the product placement ones. The colder ones are down in the chiller. But powering out, that's a nice final half of his run. The Pace Solutions machine of Russell Vere.
Yeah, look, we switch over and explaining it, which we're doing a lot in the battles now. We'll bring the guys in tomorrow and explain their calls. But also just having, I guess, that knowledge to, the experience and being that guy is hard. So these guys are really respected by the drivers, which is really important for a series as well in their judging criteria.
All right, let's go back up to Charlie Bon-Walsh in the Team Chout Nissan Silvia S13.5. This machine running a Toyota 1.5 JZ, producing 500 plus horsepower, and he gets up on it. Oh, brings it down, but we'll see if he can hit that clip. About 1.5 meters off the clip. We've seen that from a lot of the Pro Sport drivers. Clearly a big difference between tyres and motors between the Pro and the Pro Sport Championship. But riding the wall, when you can see the rear spoiler grazing the concrete, you know you're getting up it.
Yeah, that was a pretty choice run.
Oh, I'd be going straight to probably 5th position is where I'd put him. I thought his line was about 22. Angles to me was 24.5 in style. Hey, good to see the judges follow what I thought. Actually, that was an improvement too. So 68.5 movement of 2 points. So here comes Michael Thorley in the NZR Dog.
Yeah, big C33 there with the R34 front. Thorley currently sitting in 2nd position, 76.5, right behind Taylor. Two guys that really shone last year, both of them wanting to step up to that Pro. James Wynyard right down the bottom there, unfortunately, as you can see on the bubble. We won't have bubbles, which on the bubble means basically you're on that dropout point. We will see that for Pro. Thorley chucks it in right on the wall there, great to see.
And he's got wild angle, big smoke. I think he's even grazed the concrete as he comes through, exactly what the judges want to see. Very close to that clip. Can he go to the top spot? He's moved right up that track. He comes through, he's still close enough to the clip. Comes through this clip here, and let's see what he can do as he fires it through that last wall ride. He's getting up at Michael Thorley. Look at the angle. As he comes to the finish, look, he was 1 point behind D1NZ, so your opinion should always be considered to be that professional. And talking about professional, he's taken a pro run at it. Run number 2, 79.5, 5th position. Number 1, 25.5, 31 in angle, huge, and 23. Look, we are almost time for pro. I know the pro drivers need to make their way to their cars immediately as we see Taylor James in the Central Equipment Movers Sylvia move up the track. So I wonder if Michael Thorley's jumped out of the car to find out, is this man going to beat me again? They like to trade punches. And the wheel off. Oh, what has happened here? No, it's just still smoke. I thought something, you could see the car came through and hit something. I thought he'd instantly just smash an axle or a rim at least as he bounced over. We saw the window start to there. What happened there? That's not. Oh, look at the whole back end. Oh, sorry. And look, he's in second position with a 0 in line, 0 in angle, and style again was a 0. All right, so time for Adam Whitehead, his second run. The Black Line Tyres, a 31 Safiro. Let's see what Adam can do. Well, he can certainly dial on some angle as he comes through the NZ Vapor Zone. Let's see how he goes as he switches back through. It's actually a nice run to start for Adam. Watch that rear tyre. He needed to come up a little bit higher up the track, and you can see that that's meant that the nose has come down of that A31 Safiro. And Shallow's up before getting back up on the wall, so he's got good smoke. It looks cool. And a big flame out the bonnet to finish it. That's what we like to see.
Point, and here we go.
Up a quid.
What did I say? 74. You got a 79.5, ladies and gentlemen. 26.5 for line, 30 for angle. Angle 30. Woo, 30. So that's all that he's allocated. Is angle out of 30? 35. All right. So he missed out on 5. So position number 2. Yeah, you should not be a judge.
I'd just like to thank Dan Mackey for that quick. Hey, this is what you should do. Shut the guy up that's always making. Like, here I am, I always throw them under the bus.
That's why I do tell everybody at home not to trust Steve when he's talking gospel on it, because what the judges are seeing and what they're asked for in driver's briefing is different to, I guess, what Steve may have seen. But, Steve, you're still pretty good, but you did score that a bit low. Let's do it again with Blackie. Let's score him out of 100 again.
99.
Oh, 99. Well, I want to see 100 score, and that's why we've gone back to a reverse championship order. So Cole always goes last in qualifying, and Liam Burke, who's just stepped up to pro, will go first. So basically they bench off the bottom and go higher and higher.
All right, let's have a look at the D1NZ Cooper Tyres Mount Maunganui R32 Skyline. Throws it sideways as he comes through NZ Vapor. He's a metre or so off the wall as he fires it in. This is looking definitely like a 50-point score. Let's see if he can move into the 60s. All right, fires it out, nice and smoky out the back end of that R32 Skyline, right out where the judges want it. Without watching the replay, Brendon, go on.
2.4 will be up first because he didn't compete. Position 10, 64.
Yeah, I got it. That was me.
Didn't I go 64 at the start though?
Yeah, and then you changed your mind.
How good is that? We should be judges.
Yeah, well, I got it right. I mean, I was 0.5 off, and I worked it out. That last one that I said was a 68, and they were at 79.5. They were wrong. Round 2 of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship 2019, of course, here at Max Motors Family Speedway in Wellington. Dan Mackey, how good was I not in that first run for trying to score a qualifying run?
Well, that was a little bit of fun, Steve, and I thought, for those guys that are playing along at home and want to try and, have a score as well, it's a bit easier for us as judges. We break the round down into 3 different things, as we know, line, angle and style. So to have a go at it, doing it all by yourself, picking the whole lot up and making sure you get all of those errors and corrections, it makes it a bit of a challenge. But, mate, you did all right on the second one. You're dialing yourself in. We'll see how you go.
I treated it like qualifying. I did all right in the second one.
Yeah, bank one first and then have a crack. Well, let's see how you go in pro. I'm keen to keep this game going. I don't know what the live stream thinks, whether they're making comments and saying, yeah, Steve's awesome, or whether Steve's not so awesome. But
Steve's not so awesome. I mean, Steve's an absolute idiot. I mean, I say things just to shock people, I think, most of the time. But that was the smartest thing, because I've been on this microphone for about, 5 years, and finally somebody called me out and actually worked out that I've got no clue.
Well, mate, look, I do like you, and I love coming over here to New Zealand to spend time mostly with you, really, than, part of this great series that we're part of here, and that helped to get out to the crowd. But really, I had to call you out, Steve. I'm sorry about that, mate. What I really wanted to come over and chat about was just to run through a few of the things that I saw with the qualifying. Certainly the line, as a lot of people would have seen behind, back at home would have seen that lots of people were missing the line. They're working quite well with their angle. Their angle scores quite often were up, but for us, a lot of corrections. When we spoke to them in driver's briefing this morning, we said that it's really, really important to have smooth, consistent angles that didn't show a lot of correction. And for me, there was too many wheel corrections from those guys out there, whether or not they just weren't quite getting the car dialed or just didn't quite have the line sorted out. So that often will translate into a lot of wheel corrections to try and get back onto the line, and that just adds up their deductions. So those guys had a little bit of room to improve, definitely. I think when we come to battles, it's going to be pretty close because they were quite close in that. And that obviously comes down to a whole different scoring method. We were out of 10 points, half each, 5-5 to start with. And then it's a scaling factor to go backwards and forwards as they make errors.
Dan, one of the things I struggled to sort of understand was they come through the transition point, through the centre section of the course, come back through that teardrop section. And one of the things that I noticed with these Pro Sport cars was the fact that most of them were unable to hit that inside clip coming out.
Yeah, look, that actually comes from further back around in the course. So once they come through that middle section there, they're asked to flare the car through that first outside rear zone just to demonstrate their angle, and it assists to wash that off without using either a handbrake or a foot brake. That then forces them to transition back quite firmly, and they need to get back on the throttle quite quickly to push themselves out to that outer zone. That's the start of their arc to come around to that clip, which is a little bit late on the exit of the corner. So if they don't get out to that zone, they effectively narrow their arc around to that inner clip, and therefore that's why they're off quite a lot. That then will flow on, it upsets the rest of their line, so they don't get that really nice quick flick as they can have on that next inside clip before they throw it up and lay it up onto the wall for the last wall ride. So it's actually really important to make sure that you link the whole lot together. If you don't, then you can potentially upset yourself, like you noticed there, Steve, which is good to see. You've been learning and listening. You upset yourself at that point, which you're right, a number of them did miss.
Look, we're watching I think this is the lost hopes and dreams of an RB engine all over the track. But look, we're going into Pro shortly. I think we've still got 2 more passes to go on Pro Sport. And who have you seen so far today? Who's the people to watch?
For Pro?
Actually, Pro Sport, that's the person to watch. Centre of the screen, Tully Pucky. There he is.
Yeah, I was actually disappointed. I saw Tully this morning and he was floating around. I thought, oh, beauty, Tully's going to be back. He's going to have a crack. He's always a fun driver to watch, and I guess it's probably because his RB is just so strong that he didn't want to.
Sorry, there's been an issue with the commentary. As wonderful, Joe. Thank you very much, Dan Mackey. We will certainly talk to Dan and the rest of the team a lot more throughout. There was nothing to do with him saying nice things about RBs. I really do love RBs. I mean, everyone should come second.
Yeah, well, you see, you walk through the field at the moment, there's a lot of RBs in the series. Reliability, yeah, I'd say, like everyone was like, let's go V8, but now we're seeing this sort of trend. And then it was 2Js, and then you couldn't find a 2J, drift tax, and now you're seeing a lot of RBs come back into the series. So if you're an RB fan, that's good. Who we got on screen?
Sorry? No, sorry, so we've got, apologies for that, Adam Camplin out on their track now. Then that beautiful FC RX7, 1.2 JZ, I don't understand, was that like a half a 2J? Have they looked at the 1.5, but they've called it a 1.2, such as what little Stu Baker does?
This car's actually a bit of D1 history. This is Chucky, if you're tuning in. Hello, Chucky. Matt Jackson. So this used to be Matt Jackson's car. It was blue, it had the rotary in it, it was beautiful FC. It then went to Liam Sykes, and Liam put the 1J in it. And now it's done the rounds. She's a good girl, and she's still looking pretty primo.
Certainly is. So let's see as it goes straight back out on track, dialing in the angle, slightly shallow, but to see if he can fill that zone as he comes through and tries to hit the clips here at Max Motors Family Speedway, of course, round 2 of the D1NZ National Drifting Championship. Adam Camplin, 530 horsepower unleashed out onto the track here. Shallows up again, but starts producing mammoth amounts of smoke. Style's going to look good. Angle, but line might be the sufferer. I'll just stick with 90. Oh, look, that was Adam Camplin. So that's the one I said 70 of, and I was exactly right on the head with that.
Were you?
Yeah, I said 70.
Oh, well done. Okay, cool.
Can they rewind back?
77 from the Drift Life. Okay, so bank their score. We're not going to get a result. We're just going to go straight to it. So, Atlan Norman.
Atlan Norman it is on the Precision Roofing S15. Winds up that V8 power plant. Second one of the day for Atlan. We'll finish off the Pro Sport qualifying. We'll move into Pro. We'll give you all the information on who takes this one out. Atlan certainly dialing on the angle, heads back up to the wall, and let's see if he can unleash the monster V8 power plant. See, I'm prepared to give you a score straight.
Play full live stream tomorrow. There we go. So I said 64. It was 61.5 at the Norman. 61.5. You're definitely off on 90.
No, I got my 6s and 9s upside down. I'm number dyslexic at times. Hey, you mentioned the bar down there, of course, the Panhead bar. Don't forget, if you are, pop down, grab
him out there. There you go. There is qualifying. Steve, take it.
All right, first place, Michael Thurley, 79.5. Duel with Adam Whitehead in 79.5 as well. Tay James getting knocked down into third position with a 77.5. And then, of course, Sean Potros in a 70, matched with Adam Camplin in fifth. Sixth place was Alex Griffin with a 69.5, with Charlie Bond Walsh with a 68.5 in seventh. Eighth was Russell Vere. Ninth was Andy Donahue. 10th place, topping it off, David Hunter. It's time for Pro.